he does this mumble thing where they'll be like, "Hey, like, do you need me to do anything?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, can you guys get any ice?" And then, like they're like, "What?" He's like, "Hey, with the ice." And they're like, "What do you need me to do?" Like, and they get like nervous, and he's like, "Guys, come, pay attention to me. I got the ice." And they're like, "What are you saying?" Like, and it's so fun, and like, cause he doesn't need anything from
Yeah,
them.
of course.
Worthless most of the time.
Working overtime, serve beer at a Bushwick dive, just trying to stay alive, but it's so damn hard. But I will not worry, though life ain't going as I planned. I hurt and be hard, but it's so much harder. Well, I keep doing the best I can, best I can.
Girls, they're in the kitchen, in the lobby. Girls, they're in the girls.
Is you just really double checking?
Yeah, I'm also just high.
Are we gonna just start over?
Yeah. But we'll make it. We'll figure it out. Who gives a fuck? Nothing matters, baby. Welcome in,
Hello.
welcome under, and welcome back to Under the Apron, that podcast that asks one very important question. Do we have any idea what the fuck we're doing?
Right?
Because we just did about 15 minutes of this podcast, and then I realized that I didn't press record on the fucking audio, so our poor guest Russell has to start all over again.
Some good old-fashioned Laurent for you.
There you go, baby. That's really what this podcast is about, is what part of the podcast did Laurent fuck up today? We have actually, let me introduce my co-host, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hey, fella.
Hey.
I like this. Just hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. It's good, right? Yeah, I think we might have to move on to just saying your name. We usually, like, I'll give him some fake name, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
heard the
I-
one you sent me was really good.
I jumble over it every time. I'm like, good beep, beep.
Yeah. This is Mike, and we are happy to be here. Sorry, I just can't believe I keep fucking shit up. But we have a very special guest for you today, and as I mentioned the first time, he is the first guest on this podcast who I have only ever met in the capacity of he's working as a server. So the only person who has only been serving me as we've met, and it was and was nice enough to drive all the way here from New Jersey, and go through 2 intros. So thank you again, Russell, for doing that.
First one was better.
The first one was way better, so much better, so much
Let him
better.
know.
It
Let him
lives
know.
only in our memories,
Yes.
not on the SD card.
And I told this story the first time, but I'm going to tell it again because I think it's worth telling, which is that my biggest memory with Russell is that our mutual friend Aaron Cohen, shout out Aaron Cohen, you absolute idiot, would bring his friends nice enough to he had season tickets to the Nets, and we would go and eat at the Crown Club, which is like the very fancy area for people who have good tickets for Nets games. And Russell was always our server, and he became very friendly with Aaron. And one day, it's the Nets game where Kyrie Irving had not been allowed to play all season because he hadn't been vaccinated. And he's finally allowed back in the building, but he's not allowed to play, which makes no fucking sense. So he's walking around the entire stadium, as Mike said the first time, I guess being a super spreader, just like spitting in people's mouths.
Super spread statement. That's
super
Yeah,
spread statement.
super spread statement. I like
Yeah.
that.
Don't botch my joke, dude. Come on.
Sorry, it's all in my head. It's getting mixed up. Running bunch of cunts. What? Anyway, and so at halftime, we're all at the Crown Club, and we are obliterated as is usual at those games, wasted, and all anybody can talk about is Kyrie Irving. So we are talking wild shit about Kyrie the whole time, about how he's a flat earther and fucking how the vaccine are the only 2 shots that he wouldn't take, and then at some point,
Good joke.
it is a good joke. It's worth saying the second time. And Russell comes over and he goes, "Hey guys, yeah, cool. Can you guys just like maybe keep it like a little down about the Kyrie Irving stuff, because his entire family is sitting right behind you," and it was literally like 10 people. Like all of his close family was sitting.
His aunts, his mom, his dad, like all of his family about 3 feet away from you, just as you completely like just demolish it.
Yeah.
Like just called like nothing about basketball, just everything about how he's a piece of scum.
Piece of shit.
Like,
Piece of shit. Yeah. And then the blood drained from all our faces, and there was like a moment of like silence. So like, the whole room is silent, and then I just go. But the Earth is round, though, because he's a fucking flat earther. Shout out Kyrie Irving. Anyway, so there it is. We got through it. We did it all over here. Oh, we're not recording. No, I'm just kidding. We're recording this time.
I was waiting for that.
No, like whose microphone is switched off? That's what I'm double checking.
Right.
What if this was just a big like shitty prank, and you guys don't actually have a podcast, and it's still not recording? You just fucking
Oh my god, it's such a good idea. We're gonna have to do it.
like
We're gonna have to do it at some point. Just like, but the camera will actually have a microphone on it, so like it is being recorded, but the whole time we're just fucking with you,
Right,
going like,
yeah.
"Oh man, can you actually?"
someone you really don't like. Like go somewhere, get really shitty service, and then invite them and tell them
Yes.
it's great.
This is where we pull in my idea from
Yeah.
the first quote unquote recording that we tried. Like what we're saying with with Russell sort of starting a new getting us on a new trend right now.
Right.
My idea is we go out to restaurants with the thought of who here can maybe be on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Good servers.
Yeah.
Have on the real podcast.
Bad servers.
Bad servers. We pull the prank.
That actually reminds me of
That's it, dude.
Or good servers, and then when you're bartending, you ask bad customers to come onto your podcast,
Right,
and then you
yeah,
just
yeah.
fuck with them the whole time.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, I love that,
Let's
man.
do
I
that.
love.
Maybe this is what the podcast needs.
Yeah, there's
This could be
nothing
it.
better than like treating someone like shit and they don't know it, and that's such a good skill I have as a bartender. Like,
Totally.
Fuck yeah,
like
dude.
just like. Oh, like I guess it's called gaslighting. I don't really know. I'm still working on the definition of that word.
It would be service industry porn to be like, welcome to our podcast where we have bad customers come onto the podcast and then we just fuck with them the entire time.
Yeah.
And, like I would literally like emotionally ejaculate to that if I watched it.
All right, so when you said come like with a story, crazy or funny and everything, and like the first 3 stories I thought of involved poop.
I like looked down and I could like see the inside of my leg basically.
I will never suck your dick.
I wound up watching Back to the Future, getting fucked up with Doc Brown.
As he like sits her on a stool, and no joke, she shit herself.
Oh no!
Dude, this story's crazy, guys.
It's story time.
I worked at like a dive bar in Jersey City. It was the first bar when I moved to the area like 13 years ago. It was the first bar I went to underage. I hope that's okay if they hear that now. But it's called Lucky Sevens.
The FBI might be listening.
Yeah,
to this.
yeah.
That's right. I forgot
It's
about
called called Lucky Sevens in downtown Jersey City. I was making like Monday nights at Lucky Sevens. But it's hard to make money there sometimes because everything is so cheap.
Right.
So, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I was making like $30 to $60 a shift, and then like buying 6-packs of beer to go and walking with like $10 in my
Right,
pocket.
right.
Like, but it was like whatever. But I was bar back in there for like I think I did it maybe like a month or 2 on Mondays, right? And the last day I worked, I was like bar back, and it's near the end of the night, and a guy comes out of the bathroom. He was like, "Hey man, somebody's shit in the bathroom," and I was like, "Good, that's where you're supposed to do it." He's like, "No, like they shit in the bathroom," and I went in there, and just next to the toilet, on the floor, just a full log right on the floor. And what's weird is this bathroom is like, it's so small, right? It's like a dive bar bathroom, so they're really tiny. So like, if this were the toilet and I was sitting on it, my knees would be on the wall like this. I'd have to like lift my knees up.
Right, yeah.
So, and I'll shit anywhere. I don't
Sure.
care.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
poop anywhere.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So when I would go there, I would sit sideways on the bowl, right? So like, I'd sit sideways and poop. So my theory is with this whole poop on the ground,
Oh,
is that
okay.
I think it was a woman actually, because it was on the far side of the toilet, and it had hit the wall and slid down. So I think that a woman was doing the hover method that women do, and just caught a little more power than expected, and I think she accidentally just shot it over the toilet.
Got you.
So my genius method to clean it up was, and I'm proud of this because I'll throw up. Like I can't get near that or anything. So took a bunch of TP, a bunch of paper towels, and threw it on top of the shit. And then soaked it with water. And so it adhered to the poop. And then
pay attention,
everyone. I
everyone.
was able to just broom and dustpan straight into that was it. And it got everything.
Very smart.
Except the schmear on the wall.
Very smart.
Oh, the schmear on the wall.
Yeah, I think I might have just left that. but also at this time I had been in the industry for 10 plus years, and I was just like, guys, for $30 and a 6-pack,
hell no.
I'm not picking up whole poops off the ground anymore. And I was like, it's been fun, and I feel like it's a Jersey City rite of passage that I was able to work there. I can check that off my Jersey City bingo card.
Not only that, but listen, to this, you're coming on to a podcast about the service industry, and you still that's the first story that you think of.
Yeah.
So obviously it had some impact on your life.
100%.
Yeah.
I was working at a sake bar in the East Village, and one night this came to me while I was working. Long story short, dude puked in the bathroom. It was him and all of his friends. Most of them were fine and sober. He was just hammered. He was the only one. And I came out and I was like, yo, you guys got to do something about this. I'm here by myself. This is a tiny place. The whole restaurant's starting to smell like puke.
Yeah.
This is your boy. You got to help me out. Or we have a cleaning fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's $80.
And I'm going to tack it on. Yeah,
You know what
hell
I'm
yeah,
saying?
dude.
Dude, we got to bring that shit in.
Yeah,
man.
well, and then you have to follow up with, if you have the cleaning fee, you're going to have to take the poop and then try to match it to the customer.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna just be
like
like,
a
that was
puzzle
me.
piece into their asshole.
just-
Everybody pull your pants down.
A light sniff.
If the poop doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Nice.
Thank you.
I got one more. This is how it
Please,
goes, right? It
yes,
just
of
snowballs.
course.
Going.
Yeah,
as far as industry and poop and puke stories, you guys know Raccoon Lodge? Unfortunately, that place ended up closing. I think it's condos now, like everything else. Right. But we went on their last day. It was a huge party. They just stayed open. It spilled into the street. Like there were people just partying in the street because they couldn't fit the amount of people in the bar. And then I remember at one point, all the bartenders, randomly, I was deep in the bar, and all the bartenders hopped up on top of the bar and pulled their phones out to take pictures. And I was like, "What's going on?" And some dude like Hell's Angel drove his motorcycle into the bar and put it up against the wall and just roasted his tire, dude. The whole fucking restaurant filled up with smoke, just smelled like rubber inside.
That's awesome,
I couldn't
dude.
see anything. It was gnarly. And then later on in the night, I went outside and he was drinking a beer, lounging on his Harley, and I was like, "Dude, what's that all about?" And he's like, "It's one of my favorite bars, and it's he's like, this is something I do. Anytime one of my favorite bars closes, I fucking do this on their last day." It's a thing that he does. Is drive his thing.
I love it.
Anyway, later on that night, they had 2 little shitty bathrooms, one for men, one for women, and so line out the fucking door, obviously, and we're all fucked up. We're all hammered, and my buddy, who's industry professional, we're standing in line and waiting for the bathroom, and we've got there's probably 15 people in front of him, and he finished his beer in his pint glass and then just went filled the glass up and then just calmly stood there and waited for the bathroom. Held it for 30 minutes to the bathroom because he's like, I'm not losing my spot in line. I'm not dumping this on the floor. I'm not going to set it down so someone else has to clean it up. I'm going to fucking hold this.
Let this be a lesson
until
to
I
everyone.
throw it in the toilet in that bathroom. He held his vomit in his hand for a long time.
I'm giving this guy a quick standing ovation.
Yeah. Good for you, brother.
Tom Finn.
Fantastic.
Tom Finn may have also just invented a good punishment for people who throw up in
You have to
that
hold it the rest of the night.
you literally have to carry it around your neck.
Yeah. We'll give you a lid, but you have to hold
a big chain, and you just have to keep your
I
vodka.
can't do this.
Yes, hold the mic up.
I can't do. I can't.
Yes.
All right. I'm done with the puke. Stop.
All right, I'm switching.
Go back to the poop. Go back to the poop.
I'm gonna switch it. Hold on a second. Wait. This is a perfect
I
timing.
can't do the vomit. I can't do the vomit. I can do the poop.
You brought it up, bro. You brought it up.
I just thought about
Wait, really quick. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it to partially save you, and also because it's relevant.
Have a sip of water.
No, please take your time.
All right.
So Laurent had this idea. I'm gonna let this ride.
I just broke in, like, I'm sweating right now. That just made me sweat. Did that light just get hotter? Jesus.
Holy shit, that was fucking hilarious.
Go on, Mike.
That's a pod first.
That was awesome.
I'm weak.
All right.
But this is why I can't clean up puke in dive bars. Like,
I
I
get it.
told you, I'll pick up the poop, but I can't do vomit. Like, if there's not a bar back to do that for me, I'm leaving. I'll leave, man.
I believe it. I totally believe
All
it.
right, go on. Sorry.
Okay, so Laurent, this is getting less and less relevant as the time goes.
All right.
Also, don't feel bad about the fact that the first couple of stories that you thought of related to service industry had poop in it, because my favorite story of all time for me personally in the service industry is related to poop, which I've told already. But the short version is I had sex, jumped right in the cab, went straight to work. I was running late. So, and I just like, it was very busy, so I just hit the floor running. And I was serving people food, and like you had to run your own food and your own drinks at this place for 2 hours. And at around 2 hours, I put a plate down, noticed something on my hand, went back, and I had
No fucking way.
human shit encrusted on my whole finger. And I've been serving people food and drinks for 2 hours.
No fucking way,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's intense.
That's gross. I'm
Yeah.
never going to Alligator Line.
Yeah, it was an alligator line. And he gets really mad when I tell this story. No, I'm just kidding. It was a girl.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gross. You're nasty.
Yeah, thank you. All right, we're going to move on to Topic Roulette. If you haven't heard the podcast before Topic Roulette, we've come with a topic that our guest doesn't know about. Our guest has come with a topic that we don't know about, and we discuss for about 8 minutes. Hopefully it's not vomit, because we don't want to lose Russell. But we're going to go first. Mike, you want to tell them what we're talking about?
Yeah. New people hazing.
New people hazing.
New people hazing while you're at work. Hopefully fun. You know, I have two. I can start.
Sure.
Okay.
So I had one. There was one. I think I talked about one of them, but this one I didn't talk about. This one is very harmless but fun. I would hope that someone listening to this will take this on to their job at some point. But we used to, at the end of the shift down in the Comedy Cellar, when servers would start training down there, because you would work up in the olive tree in the cafe for like 2-3 weeks, and then when they realized that you weren't bullshit or you were not trying to be a stand-up comedian, they were like, okay, you can come work downstairs. It's also psychotic working downstairs. It's like, dude, bartending, it's like you're sitting there doing nothing. You do all your prep, you're sitting doing nothing, and then you get 150 drink orders at the exact same time, right? So long story short, end of the night, we would tell the new servers that the coffee machine that we had to be drained. And you just got to fill up the pitcher with the hot water, and then just walk around to the sink and you dump it out, go back, and you just got to keep doing it until it empties. Meanwhile, the coffee machine's attached to the plumbing, and the water's just coming in.
Yeah.
We usually get them to about 12 pitchers, and we're like, yeah, we're fucking with you.
No, that's cute. That's harmless.
Yeah, it's a nice harmless one.
Do you have anything on?
There's like a couple things come to mind. I'm like, I don't do that really, but like there's the kid that I work with at Crown Club, who's like the king of fucking with people like that. Like, and there's this one thing that he does. It cracks me up. So sometimes like we have our captain assistants and everyone, like we have our core people, but then sometimes if it's a big event, we'll get temps in from like a temp agency, and they're always fucking idiots, man. They're always so dumb. And like he fucks with them so hard. And,
Shout out to the temps out there.
and
Straight up.
he does this mumble thing where they'll be like, "Hey, like, do you need me to do anything?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, can you guys get any ice?" And then, like they're like, "What?" He's like, "Hey, with the ice." And they're like, "What do you need me to do?" Like, and they get like nervous, and he's like, "Guys, come, pay attention to me. I go to ice." And they're like, "What are you saying?" Like, and it's so fun, and like, cause he doesn't need anything from them.
Yeah,
They're
of course.
worthless most of the time.
What I think is sort of ingrained into and we've talked about this before, but into the service industry, unintentionally hazing is almost everywhere that I've worked. The staff does not fuck with you for like the first 3 months. Like they're like, there's been a couple of places where it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? You're all adults. Like, you don't have to treat me like I have like leprosy or something. Like it's a bizarre thing, and I really truly don't understand where that comes from. We've talked about this on the podcast. It's a weird phenomenon, but it does sort of act out as hazing. It's like you got to prove yourself. Like we're not talking to you until we know that you're not annoying as shit or really bad at your job.
Right.
Yeah.
That's you're always apprehensive when someone new comes on, and then it's like, can they prove themselves?
So I was inspired by this hazing thing, and I spoke to Russell about this too. But Russell had a fun thing that he did during COVID. Would you like to share with everybody what you did?
Yeah, I got COVID. I'm really quick.
Isn't that fun? That's so much fun.
I got COVID. I don't ever get sick in my life. I don't. It's not a thing. I don't experience. I asked my mom when I got COVID. I called her because my doctor was like, "Yeah, you have COVID. You could potentially experience an onslaught of symptoms. Like, be prepared for it." And like, I was like a fever. I don't think I've ever had one. I called my mom. I was like, "Have I ever had a fever?" And she was like, "I don't think so." Like when you were a kid, like. I was like, I don't know what that feels like. Everyone's like, you're hot and cold at the same time. It sucks. And I'm like, I don't know what that feels like.
Wow.
So when I got COVID, I had no negative symptoms. I just couldn't taste or smell.
Interesting.
That's it. Like I did not feel sick. I could have run 5 miles. I was fit at the time.
Wow.
You know, like I don't know. I didn't feel so. All I could but I couldn't go to work, right? Because I had it was the beginning. It was November 2020. So it was like 6 months into it. You know, so I was locked in my apartment, and I actually, my cousin who's a doctor she hates onions, right? And so like she took a video of herself eating an onion and sent it to our family because everyone knows that she hates onions.
Right.
She's like, look, I can eat this onion because I can't taste it. So I was like, oh shit, let me try some stuff. So like I grabbed an onion and a lemon and like some garlic paste, right? And I filmed myself eating those things and then just like talking about it. I was like hungover, I think. I looked like shit. But I ate those things and then like and I put it on TikTok, and I had done a few TikToks and I'd worked really hard to like edit them and make them good and everything. And this was me just like hungover, like sitting on my couch doing this. And I was like, let me put it on TikTok, put it on. And then like 20 minutes later, I was like, man, that's so stupid. Let me take it down. And I went on and it had like 50,000 views in
20 minutes.
In like 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah. And it's like I've realized now since then it's because COVID was like so prevalent.
Yeah.
And so like I did that, and then like I was like, oh shit, I'll leave it. And then like 2 hours, 3 hours later, it was up to 1 million views, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Holy
like this is
shit.
crazy, and it just blew off. Oh, now I have 10,000 followers, 20,000, 30,000, like within like a couple days.
Right.
And I was like,
from just the one post.
from the video, yeah, and it eventually went up to like 20.5 million views.
Crazy.
And I have like 150,000 followers, so I kept trying to keep up with it, and then like was eating weird shit on the internet. So like I I put like sardines in grape juice, and I like had like a Oreo that I opened up and put wasabi in it, and then ate the Oreo, which fucking sucks whether you have COVID or not.
I was gonna say that'll get
wasabi
your
will punch
sinuses.
you in the sinuses.
Yeah.
So, but between that and the idea of hazing, I had a fun idea. Let's haze Russell for being on the podcast for the first time, but we've also never done the hazing, and it's not fair to do hazing just to somebody else if we haven't been through it, so we're going to do it as well. It's funny that you mentioned wasabi, because that's exactly what we have here.
I fucking hate it, dude.
We're gonna have a Nutri-Grain bar. If anybody's
Anyone-
familiar,
Yeah.
they're for breakfast, and they're not particularly good, and they're very sweet. And we're gonna put some wasabi over the Nutri-Grain bar. But I wanted to replicate the idea that we couldn't smell because of COVID. But I don't know how to do that necessarily, so I brought smelling salts.
Oh, fuck off, dude. Oh, I hate this.
So we're gonna take a little whiff of a smelling salt, and then we're gonna have our little Nutri-Grain with some wasabi.
You
on
done
it.
smelling salts?
Yeah.
Shout out Atomic Rhino. No, I haven't.
Dude, it's awful.
I'm ready to
It's
go
not
though.
fun.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't done smelling salts, but there's not many things I've turned away from.
Wasabi going on to the Nutri-Grain bar.
Right, baby. Yeah, TikTok. Give us a couple views, all right? You pieces of shit. Okay.
Smelling. I've always been so curious about them.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's.
I'm here to have a bad time. Let me see what kind of brand. Coming from Dietz and Watson Deli Compliments, we have wasabi mustard. Ingredients: water, mustard seed, distilled vinegar, salt, flavoring. Just ambiguous flavoring.
Flavoring.
It has flavoring in it.
Whisper of salt.
All right, and you want to show them the Nutri-Grain?
Nutri-Grain bar. From Kellogg's, Nutri-Grain soft baked breakfast bars. It's a tasty fruit flavor with mixed berries.
Dude, he also does voiceover work, y'all. Don't
Someday,
forget.
hopefully, book me.
Okay, so
Yeah, so give me a little run. Did I like?
Nope, you don't get to know anything. Sorry, bud.
Wait.
Crack it into the microphone.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was not the reaction I expected.
What do you think?
Those hit me so much wrong. Maybe these are mellow. Does it taste good?
can you taste it? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
I can taste the. Oh my god! You know how fucked up this is? The Nutri-Grain bar has overpowered the wasabi.
Shout out to Kellogg's.
Yo, Jesus.
All right.
All right.
Your turn, my friend.
Oh, we just rocked the same one?
You can rock that one. I'll open a new one.
Ooh. These are mellow compared to the other ones I've had. It's not bad.
There it is.
That one hit me. I want the one with more wasabi.
I'm gonna do another one just for fun.
The Nutri-Grain bar, it's the
Completely.
wasabi's not bad.
Completely over.
You know what I think? You know what I think the issue is? This is not wasabi. It's wasabi mustard. So it's a pretty mild.
Okay.
That or I have COVID.
I think we have.
I just have COVID.
I think we all have COVID.
I hate smelling salts. Let me try it again. Maybe I'll like it this time.
Are you gonna hold that for me? All right, let's get a big one.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, squirt it in your mouth. Get more.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, dude. He's putting.
Hell
He,
yeah.
just, he added more wasabi mayo.
Boner.
Whoa, and he.
We're on the team, baby.
All right.
We made it.
Thanks, guys.
And that
boys.
is the Under the Apron hazing challenge. If you want to be a part of our podcast, just buy some smelling salts and some wasabi and record it and put it on TikTok.
Chris Marcella's Fast Five or 10.
Russell and anyone at home who is not aware, this is Chris Marcella's Fast 10. These are going to be 10 rapid fire questions.
I'm going to puke.
With any luck. Take no time. First thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
These are going to be the same ones from the last episode. So if anyone out there, we can now
Follow along.
completely compare Nicole to Russell in a deep way. All right, Russell, you ready?
No. Go ahead.
I'm starting off with a nice, easy one.
Okay.
Number 1, bowling alley or roller rink?
Oh, these questions are easier than I thought. Hopefully. Bowling alley, 100%.
Number 2, no context, Velcro.
Velcro.
Perfect. Number 3, how will you take your eggs, hun?
Sunny side up.
There you go.
Me too. Number 4, favorite Austin Powers movie?
So I Married an Axe Murderer is not, but it's got the guy.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
No, that was
I'm not an Austin Powers fan.
Perfect, that's a perfect
Yeah.
answer. Yeah.
That's my favorite Austin Powers.
Mike Myers. That's
There you go.
Number 5, what did you dress up as, speaking of Mike Myers, for Halloween?
a fucking ghost, dude. I stole a fucking tablecloth from Crown Club
Yes.
on my way out of work and cut holes for eyes of when it was a
Classic.
classic ghost.
Classic.
I was so
love that.
proud of it.
I love
Classic
that.
ghost. yeah.
All right, number 6. Do you wash your dishes immediately after dinner or let them sit overnight / beyond?
I don't ever do them. My girlfriend does.
They go in the garbage.
Yeah. I use paper plates as often as I can.
Number 7, favorite Spice Girl.
The
So I
boobs.
married an axe murderer.
Yeah. So
Did I hear the boobs? Is that a ginger?
That's ginger.
That's ginger, right? Okay,
Yeah.
we have 2 for ginger today, right? Did you say?
Everybody's been ginger the whole time.
Orange ginger,
It's
yeah.
boobs. Boobs wins.
yeah.
Number 8. No, please go on.
When I was 11 years old, I danced to a Spice Girls music video in my cousin's leotard.
Yeah, dude.
And that still exists in the world somewhere.
Dude,
Put
pull
that
it
on
up.
TikTok. See if you get some views.
I've thought about it, but my cousin who's dancing in the hula skirt next to me is opposed to it.
If you can get that video, we'll use that as your picture for the episode.
I can't get it quickly, but yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, number 8. Favorite Christmas movie?
Home Alone.
There you go.
Santa Claus close second. Original. Tim Allen is a god. Tim Allen is a better actor than any movie he's ever been in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
He's fucking really, really good.
I could totally, that
and
makes sense.
he hasn't had the opportunity to be in a really good movie.
yeah.
Has he wanted the opportunity? Because
I don't think
he
so.
almost
He's
strikes
chilling.
me as the kind of guy who's
easily
like,
taken,
whatever.
Yeah,
Like
he's
a
chilling.
low
But
budget
but
movie.
if you haven't seen or you're not a Galaxy Quest fan, get into it.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Galaxy Quest is fantastic.
Also, Santa Claus. He was great.
Yeah, exactly. Galaxy Quest is the best Star Trek movie ever made.
You think so?
I love it.
Question 9.
Perfect. Number 9. No, those are the kinds of sidebars we enjoy. Number 9. Did you do well? Did you do well in math?
Yes, very well. And I was excelling through 7th grade. Got placed in an all advanced classes, and then by like 10th grade, I learned how to cheat really good, and I know nothing about math after 9th
There you
grade.
go.
Number 10. When you leave here today, you have to go straight to a tattoo shop. You're going to get a beautiful, perfect portrait of one celebrity.
Ooh. I would do King Kong,
There you
because
go.
I actually do want a gorilla tattoo.
All right, man. Well, listen, Russell. Truly, this has been an absolute pleasure. You've been fucking awesome. I really appreciate you coming and doing this. What have we learned? We've learned poop, not puke, for Russell, for sure.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We've learned I don't know how to use the recording equipment. We've learned the Earth is.
We knew that already.
Yeah, well, we knew, but we have
Confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed. They
Can
once again.
I drop in one more thing real
Yeah,
quick?
please.
This is just like, you can edit this out if you want, but you said celebrity tattoo. My buddy on his thigh has this tattoo of Lindsay Lohan, and her nose is bleeding, and it says Coke Diet in the script of Diet Coke, but it says Coke Diet, and it's fucking tattooed on his thigh.
That's
And
yeah.
a portrait of
It's
Lindsay
it's
Lohan.
like a silhouette of Lindsay Lohan with her nose bleeding, like all black, but with red blood coming out of her nose, and it says Coke Diet.
That's amazing. Okay. So we end the episode every time with our guest giving us a joke or a quote. What you got for us, Russell?
All right. So
Yes.
this goes with your whole theme. Your dog's name is Cowboy. There's cowboy paintings everywhere. There's a lasso on the wall. I've got a Cowboys and Indians joke. One of my favorites, and I was just reminded of it because I saw Killers of the Flower Moon like a week or two. I just broke your couch.
That's
Sorry.
okay. That's all right.
But yeah, it's this old. Yeah. Anyway, so Cowboy is riding his horse through the desert, right, and he gets captured by Indians, and they bring him to their tribe's camp, and they bring him to the Indian chief, and the Indian chief is like, "White man, you've been captured by my people, so you must die. But because of our customs, you will live for 3 days. On each day, you receive one request. What is your first request, white man?" And he's like, Cowboy's like, "Well, sir, I'd really like to see my horse one more time." So the Indian chief brings the horse to him, and the cowboy takes the horse by the bridle, pulls it in, whispers in its ear, slaps its ass. Horse runs off to town, comes back with like this smoking hot blonde girl. She falls out of the saddle. They go into the teepee. They're there all night. In the morning, the horse takes the girl back to town. Second day, white man, tomorrow you die. Today's the second day. What is your second request? He's like, "Well, sir, this might sound crazy to you, but I just need to see my horse one more time." So again, the Indian chief brings him the horse. Same thing. Cowboy pulls the horse in by the bridle, whispers in its ear, slaps its ass, runs off to town, comes back with a bombshell redhead. She melts out of the saddle. They go into the teepee. They're there all night. In the morning, the horse takes the redhead back to town. Third day. White man, today's the third day. Today you die. What is your last and final request? And this time, with a tear in his eye, "I just need to see my horse one more time." So they bring the horse to him. But differently this time. He pulls the horse in by the bridle, places his forehead upon the horse's forehead, and says very sternly, "Now listen here. I said bring the posse, goddammit. Bring the posse." Yes, that's it.
There we go.
Brilliant.
There we Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorite jokes.
Beautiful.
It's just very fun to tell whether or not it's
Oh,
funny in the end.
fantastic. Those are good characters.
You see, because the horse thought he was saying pussy the whole time.
Oh, okay. Dude, Russell has been one of the best. One of the best guests that we've had in a long time, and you've been a lot of fun. I like how you're doing that. Is that
Yeah,
is
why
that
are you just
bartender
striking that
yoga?
pose? I don't know. Come on, you're holding out on us,
down, bro.
You're holding out on us.
This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for being a good sport.
Sorry for breaking your couch.
It's all good, baby.
I'm heavy.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
This is.
Thank you.